Good morning, everybody. I don't have to yell as much as I do in my Classic. It feels awfully quiet in here. Okay then. As you can see, it's definitely not the Classic that we are in. We are in the luxuries of a company driver favorite truck, aka Volvo. Something blowing in the back. I think there's a window open. This one happens to be a 2007 Volvo 780. As you're familiar with the newer ones are 860, the Globetrotter, or however you call it. This is a 780. It's got an automated transmission, which is still weird to me. Whenever I'm slowing down, it's odd that I don't have to reach out for transmission to shift. Anyways, I was in this truck and now I'm just running to the store real quick. It's one of my friend's trucks that works in the company, same as I do, and I'm just kind of driving it. Almost doing like a test review. I don't know. I mean, I've driven this truck before, but still every time it's kind of odd to me how truly different this is from Classic. I mean, number one thing with this truck that I absolutely love compared to the Classic is the amount of room that is in here. And all of you that have actually driven Volvos know how truly comfortable they are. It's really, you know, I mean, it's an owner-operator truck. I mean, it's extremely comfortable. So, you know, I mean, there's nothing to complain about that compared to Classic. Classic is like an old school truck. Not much going on to it. Let's see here. Classic is an old school truck, but there's not much going on. There's no luxuries. There's no, you know, bells and whistles. This truck is obviously also older. This is a 12-year-old truck, but it's still running strong. And it's still quiet, as you can see. It's got an automatic transmission. It's got the Volvo engine in it. I mean, obviously he's had it for quite some time, as far as I know. It has had its problems, just like any truck does. He's an owner-operator. Today we're actually later today I might just go help him do some stuff on the truck. Might replace some U-bolts and oil change and all that good jazz. But yeah, as far as myself, I go back on the road tomorrow. I'm doing a short run. I'm going to Ohio, Groveport, Ohio, which is like a 400-mile trip or so. We'll go 70 westbound. We'll go that way. I like that mirror in the front over there. It's pretty handy. But in my truck, I'm used to having the hole in the door that I can just peek through and see if there's anybody there. As far as my truck goes, that is. But yeah, I mean, this is a nice view. You don't have the split in the middle that's in the way. So, you know, you can see why JBG Travels puts his camera somewhere there to record the road, because he doesn't have that splitter in the middle. I can't really do that in a Classic. I mean, this is definitely a more comfortable, quieter truck. If I was a company driver for the long run, this is what I would want to have. I would not want to go struggle with a Classic. You know, as an owner-operator, I'll probably get a Classic just because it's a simpler truck. There's less things that could go wrong. It's easier to maintain, etc., etc. Not saying that this is not a good truck. This is a good truck, but you know, I guess I'm just used to the Classic, you know. Switch over there. Oh yeah, and turn radius in this thing is absolutely insane. With the Classic, whenever I'm parking, I have to like fix myself a couple times before I can actually get into a spot. And with this thing, I end up cutting my trailer, if you know what I mean. Like I literally start turning the other way too fast because I'm used to, in the Classic, I'm not used to this good of a turning radius. And also, I mean, obviously having an automated transmission is nice at times, but automated transmissions downhill, especially these older transmissions, are not really the greatest thing. And it also still has a clutch. I know some of these newer ones don't have a clutch at all, but this has a clutch. When you're about to stop, you press the clutch, and then when you're taking off, you just release it for the first gear. You don't always hold it, but it takes a while to shift gears. As you can see, it's like building up. It's like shifting gears at like over 15, which is weird to me. I'm empty. There we go, 5, 6. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing special about this video. I want to make you guys a video kind of hey, this is what a Volvo is like, in case you haven't seen any videos with Volvos in it. It's a nice truck. But I did, you know, everybody that has a Volvo tends to have a lot of problems with sensors and wires and whatnot. I mean, you know, your engine, your transmissions goes out on every truck. But the thing with a lot of these trucks is, you buy it used, you're gonna buy it with 500,000-600,000 miles. And now what happens is, a lot of companies buy these as fleet trucks. The brakes are extremely pushy compared to Classic. A lot of companies buy these trucks as fleet trucks. So what happens is they get them brand new, and they usually have, I guess, 500,000 mile warranty, and they don't take too much care of them. They just kind of get the most out of the truck because they know they have a warranty if anything goes out, and then once the warranty's out, they just go and sell it. And then a guy like me or another owner operator goes and buys it, and it's like, you know, this is a really clean truck, I hope everything's good with it. You buy it, and then 100,000 miles later, if that, the engine goes out, and then shortly later, transmission goes out. I had the same thing happen to my uncle. He had to do an overhaul like within a month of owning the thing. He had a 2012 VNL 780. He bought a Cummins because he was like, oh, you know, maybe Cummins is a better choice for me. And not really. And then shortly after that, his tranny went out. That's because a lot of Volvos are company trucks, fleet-owned trucks, because it's easier to drive, it's more comfortable. Drivers will like this much better than a Classic. Versus a Classic, I think my chances of buying a Classic is much more likely to get a truck that's been maintained much better, because it was most likely an owner-operator truck if you compare it to the Volvo. Let's turn here. But yeah, the turn radius on this is like amazing. This thing turns better than my car. Coming in a little bit too hot. I know, what's the other guy's name? I can't think of him. He's always, him and JBG talk quite a bit, I guess. Or are friends. He has a red Volvo. I mean, I know JBG drives a brand new Volvo. That thing is nice, but just as a small owner operator, you can't really keep up with those things. You need something affordable. But yeah, guys, we're about to be at this place, and we'll catch you guys probably tomorrow. I'll try and make another video before I head to vacation. Later, guys. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and like, comment.